Watch and burn.
Hey everybody. So tonight I want to discuss Olivia Rodrigo's really recently released new album, and that is Guts. Now, first and foremost, I would like to say that this summer has been absolutely killer. This has been one of the craziest and most exciting summers of my life. And the summer began with Rancid's long-awaited new album, Tomorrow Never Comes. And now that summer, unfortunately, at least for the most part, is over, Olivia Rodrigo has come along to bookend that so perfectly with the release of this album here. And I mean, I'm not even sure where to begin. I love the cover art. I love the cover art for Sour. I love the stickers all over her face. But this record is so much more mature, and this record is so much more, has so much more meaning, and it's like she's experienced so much growth over the past couple years that this new cover is the new Olivia Rodrigo. You know, she's not the kid covered in stickers anymore. She's the chick wearing the title of the record on her knuckles, which is really awesome. I am a little disappointed that there's no Targets in Canada, because I know that they did this sort of partnership with her where they have a bunch of Olivia Rodrigo shirts and stuff. But Target completely screwed up here in Canada, and I don't know how they could have messed that one up. All they had to do was follow Walmart's blueprint. Walmart's very profitable blueprint, but for whatever reason they didn't, and they're gone now. The other thing I noticed initially is this record's production is a lot bigger. This record is a lot larger sounding, and it even seems that Rodrigo's voice seems more confident, and she's more mature, and she's sure of herself in a way that she wasn't back on Sour. And of course she wasn't. She was literally in her mid-teens when she was writing that record. And now she was in her late teens, and here she is 20 for this album. And for anybody that remembers those years, there is a ridiculous amount of growth that we all went through from age roughly 15 to 20. It's like night and day. So I loved that too. The amount of growth, the intelligence to the lyrics, everything seems to be a lot more, there's a lot more emotional weight here. It's like she's dealing with the same topics that she did with Sour, but she seems a little older and perhaps a little more jaded. And I really identify with that. Actually, all in all, I would say this record is a lot darker as well. I do also love how, All American Bitch, Vampire, and even Making the Bed, I love how they kind of start quiet and then they build and get a lot more loud. I mean, this is especially true of the album opener, All American Bitch, and Vampire. It happens later on in Making the Bed. Just for a moment, the song opens up and it gets really crushing with the guitar play. I love that quiet start, loud end, or quiet start, loud middle, quiet end sort of mix that's going on throughout the entire run of this album, I suppose. What else? I am, of course, looking at notes because I'm professional. I absolutely love the sped up wordplay too, with songs, again, like Bad Idea, The Ballad of a Homeschooled Girl, and Vampire. I like how all of a sudden, the vocal patterns will pick up really quickly. That seems to be a lot more prevalent on this album. Like I said, that speedier wordplay, and I love that because I didn't see that coming, and I love it when bands do that sort of thing because I talk really fast, and I like it when I can learn the chorus or verses from songs that sort of match my speech, you know? And this record has that over and over again. I also have to say too that this record is so perfectly balanced. There are quieter songs on here that help to sort of balance out the bigger, more pop-infused, energetic guitar-based tracks. Tracks like Lacey, off the top of my head, and the album closer, The Grudge. I thought that All American Bitch was a really kick-ass way to open the album, but then I thought that The Grudge was a really thoughtful and introspective way to conclude the album. It's like perfect bookends or something, again. I'm not sure if I made the bookend point about Rancid's new one and this record at the start. Due to my advanced age, I don't remember these things. But this record is absolutely amazing. I mean, my favorite songs on here are All American Bitch, Vampire, Bad Idea, Ballad of a Homeschooled Girl, Get Him Back, Love is Embarrassing, and again, I think The Grudge is the most perfect way to close out this album. The only two songs on here I didn't really love, and I imagine that throughout the course of time they'll grow on me, were Pretty Isn't Pretty and Making the Bed. So out of the 12 tracks, not loving 2 of them means that I did love 10 of them, which tells me this record's amazing, and that's where I'm going to leave it. So thank you so much for hanging out with me for a little over 6 minutes while I discussed Olivia Rodrigo's absolutely brand new and absolutely killer second album, and that is Guts. Like always, if you like this review or if you love this record, don't forget to do something nice for somebody. But as always, please don't forget that the world is actually a better place because you are in it. Never forget that. This record's amazing. You guys are amazing. I'm gonna go ride my bike. Have a good night.